Welcome to Create LARPS for All LLC. You can reach out to us at createlarpsforallllc@gmail.com. We're going to be focused on LARP creation and LARP content. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Keep being awesome. Now on to the ranged weapon skill, which anyone can use a ranged weapon in the game. Again, anyone can use any skill. At level 1, you deal 1 damage. At level 5, you deal 5 damage. At level 10, you need an item that is capable of dealing 10 damage, but you can deal 10 damage. You need something made by a smith or a alchemist or something that would be capable of dealing 10 damage, but you can deal 10 damage with it as a base damage. Now anyone can use their +5s or their stackings to get up to the cap of 20 damage. I'll probably reiterate that in every skill, but your base damage can be as high as 10 all the time. Even if you don't have any buffs, you're just that good with ranged weapons. Now, on to the next skill, Magic Melee, which I know that sounds weird, but everyone is considered to be able to use unarmed combat like a fantasy character. Not quite like a monk, but you can at least deal 1 damage. You know how to fight. You're trained. You're a hero. At 5, you're really good at it. You deal 5 points of damage as long as you have an item that can do that, or your fists, because you're magic. Level 10, all the way up to 10 with a gear item. And again, almost anyone can get up to a 20 by applying their various bonuses they get from stacking skills, from eating food from people, from getting buffs in various ways, magic, runesmithing. But the people that can always consistently deal 10 are people that took a 10 in the skill, or took a 5 in the skill. Otherwise, once you start to run out of those bonuses and stacks from other players, you're down to 1. You can always deal 1 damage, but it's 1 damage. Next combat skill is Magic Ranged, which is not the same thing as a ranged weapon. It's basically like someone who can throw spells like lightning, fire, ice, or something of that nature. At level 1, you throw 1 damage. Level 5, you throw 5. Level 10, you might need a book or like a scroll or something that helps you get to 10, but that would be then you have the ability to have a base damage of 10. And of course, anyone can stack them up to 20. Now this is like magic. You're flinging things out. You're not drawing a bow or swinging a sword. It's more thematic than anything, but theme is what makes the difference for some people. We're here to play, after all. So that's the Magic Ranged skill. Next up is a critical combat skill, Block. If you don't pick the skill as a 5 or a 10, you can use it once per combat if you have a shield. If someone gives you an item to block with, to block 5 points of damage. Once you block that first 5 points for that combat until it's a new combat, your shield is done. You're kaput. That's it. People with 5 in the block skill can block 5 damage every round. 10 in the block skill can block 10 damage every round, and they could easily stack that up using their bonuses. Now, you could use your shield and use some of your stacks to use them as a block instead of to use them for damage if you wanted to play more defensively, if you didn't have the skill, or if you have the skill, you could buff it way up. And block is really good for staying in the fight longer. Really good for people that want to be combat focused. Next up, we have yet another fantastic skill if you're going to do combat, or if you just want to hang out with people that are going to do combat. Dodge. Dodge is as good as it sounds. Now in combat you can dodge 5 points without having any points in the skill. If you take it as a 5, you can dodge 5 points every round. At a 10, you can dodge 10 points every round, and if they're dealing less than 10 damage, you're not taking any damage. That helps you fight a lot. I thought about balancing it to where you can't have block and dodge, but if someone wants to take that as 2 of their 3 skills and just be really, really tanky, they can. and just be a combat monster. Now, they won't be able to stack themselves up to a 20. They'll have to rely on other people. But those other people will be happy to have them around, but they could step out in front, dodge, block, and just be really hard to hit, really hard to damage. And maybe someone in the back can be throwing damage and damaging a creature. Makes for fun gameplay. And if you want to play more of a rogue character, dodge makes a lot more sense than block. Thank you for watching the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Hope to see you in the next one. If there's something about the LARP you'd like to learn, it's eventually going to show up on the channel. If there's something about a different LARP you'd like to learn, I'd like to film it, get it up here, research it, know a lot of people in the community, and if I don't know them, I'm willing to reach out and figure out whatever you'd like to know about LARPing. There's so many different genres, there's lots of ways to do this, and there's no reason why you can't just do this at home with your friends and have a good time.